You're live.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Rebbe.
I have a good email. Hey, there's nothing like yesterday's email. That I don't know if we'll ever top. But this is chashuv from a really chashuv individual. I'll hold the name all the way to the end. Shalom uvracha Rebelli. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm really enjoying your 8-minute daf as a concise chazara. I give a shir myself in the morning and learn and review with the chavrusa daily with Tosfos. But the highlight is my drive home, hearing your chazara of the Gemara Shakli V'Tayr, your 8-minute concise synopsis. You're on target and don't miss a beat. Such gaiva, such gishmak. Keep up the great work. I'm writing to tell you this today after I saw that picture you showed visualizing the Gemara's mashal on Daf Yud Aleph of the fellow with the long beard, the before and after picture. I couldn't stop laughing. I actually came home that evening to see the full shir in order to see the prop being presented live. Keep up the original thinking. Hatzlacha, Eliezer Ralbag, Lakewood, New Jersey. It's a chashuv individual. What?
I can't say who I think he is. I know what Eliezer Ralbag is the Rav of the courtyard in Lakewood. I don't know if it is. It's pretty. It's a chashuv guy.
Fine. And this is for,
The Rav of the courtyard in Lakewood.
One more. Do we have a? Okay, we have a minute. Hi, Rebelli. This is Pesach Waxman. I'm Esti's father. You might remember that we took Aliza on our legit program years ago. Really? You guys know him? I was intrigued. Hillel and then Avi say they know him. I was intrigued when Kenny mentioned your Daf Yomi project. I just begun my fifth cycle, and decided to tune into your shir. It's quite different to others that I've listened to over the years, and I do enjoy it. You're a natural teacher and a great Bal Masber. I love your interaction with the participants, and it is especially rewarding when I see two of my Talmidim in attendance, Avi and Hillel. Yeah. Avi and Hillel.
Beautiful. Very funny.
Givaldik, here, give me this. Let me say, he'll ship nachas from you. Hold on. Where are you guys? Raise your hand, Avi and Hillel. Gishmak, all right. All right.
Don't ask.
Don't ask what they're like in school. You know me, Aliyah to Yerushalayim 6 years ago. Should you ever come to Yerushalayim, I'd love to see you. Perhaps we can meet at some point in Ramat Shemesh. Haslacha and our brothers at Torah, Pesach Waxman. All right. Pretty soon we're shutting down the coffee machine. It's a big schus and honor to have one of my good friends from New York here in attendance. He actually is the second day here, Reb Chaim Tarabello, and I told him that I told him somebody donated the best air conditioning system in Eretz Yisrael, a Mitsubishi system. He says, idiot, you don't know that I work in Mitsubishi? I'm like, yeah, I just realized. So I said, no, he's a top guy in Mitsubishi in America. He designs and plans huge projects. So he checked out our system. He climbed in there and he went downstairs and he says, this is the top. You can't get a better system than what we have, Baruch Hashem. So, okay, good. So we got that skama from him. He himself is a Magachir in America. It's too late. I forgot that he's, no, whatever. I didn't put it together. Of course I knew that.
Can you get it started? Turn it on?
Oh, if you haven't noticed, the Mitsubishi system is working and it's on. That's why it's nice and pleasant here. We don't have the heaters in the corners. Yes, it's quiet and it's a constant temperature.
It's almost as good as the BMW.
What did you say? Oh, if you notice, the LEDs are up in the ceiling. They did a lot of work here. Look at the moldings. We're getting there. Lot. We do need railings. If anybody knows how to put up a railing, it'll be very helpful. So now we're holding on Yud Gimel Amud Beis. Where's my piece again? Shkoyach. Uba Prokim Shoyel. So we had this whole chart yesterday. Machlokes between Rameir and Yehuda Mipnei HaKavod. We said an example, a chashuv gadol or somebody kavod. We said that there's hardly no machlokes bein haprokim Everything is mutter. Besides, Rabbi Yehuda adds that you're allowed to answer anybody, even a friend, not a chush of a person. And in Be'emtza Perek, in the chapter itself, Be'emtza Perek, everybody holds this usur, besides Rabbi Yehuda in one case, that is to answer, a gadol says, shalom to you, you answer him Be'emtza Perek, according to Rabbi Yehuda. So the machlokes is in two areas. So the Gemara is just going to go through what we already know, but it's going to get there. Says the Gemara, Meishiv machmasmai, what is he exactly answering? Ilay mibnei hakavod, if a gadol says hello to you, you are allowed to answer. Hash the mishal shoyel, if you're allowed to start the conversation, ahadur mibaya, of course you're allowed to answer. The Gemara actually stays with that. That's what's going on here. It is pasha, but we have to insert a word. That's how the Gemara is going to answer. But meanwhile, the Gemara says, Elo shoyel mibnei hakavod umeishiv shalom l'chal. And this is going according to Rameir, that even Rameir holds l'chal adam. And therefore what? There will be zero machlokes between Rameir and Yehuda if that's the answer. Okay, Ema Seifa. Let's continue. Let's see how it works. Ube'emtza shoyel b'nei hayiro meishiv. In middle of a perek, you could start the conversation. If you have fear of the guy with the gun, we got a little bit of slack. It's good. Some people don't take my humor that they're pretty serious. They're like, you don't like Trump? I like Trump. It's Mori b'malchus, one guy said. Okay, great.
Fake news.
No, but like Trump himself said, anything, even negative is good. Everything is, as long as they're talking about the share is good. Ubenza shavna yiro meishiv. Meishiv machmas mai. Well, you're allowed to answer a guy with a gun. You're allowed to say hello to a guy with a gun, but of course you're allowed to answer him. If you don't answer, what's going to happen? Whatever. Isn't it a kavachomer? Why does the Mishnah have to say that you're allowed to answer him? No. So you're going to say that you're allowed to ask you're allowed to start the conversation if he's a bad guy, but you're allowed to even answer on a lesser madrega. So then again, Rameir is not saying anything different than Rabbi Yehuda. There's not Rabbi Yehuda. You're allowed to start the conversation when you're scared. Says the Gemara, you're right. Okay, we have to say there's a machlokes here. So, but what about the kavachomer? Chasuri mechsera. So finally, we're holding in Daf Yud Beis, and we come upon the first chasuri mechsera of the Gemara. Chasuri mechsera is a concept as Rashi pointed out in the beginning of the Masechta. Why is Gemara considered Iker Torah? Because it explains to us the logic in the Mishnah, explains to us the contradictions in the Mishnah, and Rashi also says Chasuri Mechsera. Some people think it's almost like a joke. I'm going to insert words. Yes, they didn't have to do it, but they have to show us how to read a Mishnah, because otherwise we don't understand the Mishnah correctly. It's obvious thing sometimes, but you have to do it anyways. It's not like, the Gemara decided to stick in words. No, that's how it was written to begin with. Just, you read this Hadaris, we have to explain it. There's no need to say that if you're allowed to start a conversation, so certainly you're allowed to answer a guy. It's a slap in the face. If Chaim Kanevsky says hello to you and you just stare at him, that's mamish wrong. If you're allowed to start the conversation with Reb Chaim, so of course you're allowed to answer him. And of course, if a bad guy with a gun says hello to you, of course you're allowed to answer him because you're allowed to even start the conversation with him. Couldn't. Now, in the middle of the parak itself, in the middle of psukim, you're allowed to start the conversation out of fear, and you're allowed to answer mipnei hakavod. But in between the parak, it's even easier. You're allowed to start the conversation with a person that you honor, but with the chesuri mechsera, with the words that are missing. And you're allowed to answer any person. If somebody was in the middle of saying Kriya Shema, and his Rebbe walks in, or somebody that's not his Rebbe but just greater than him, Baprokim, between the prokim, shoy b'nei hakavod, and it says here that you're allowed to answer him. Of course, you're allowed to answer. So it sticks in this chesur mechzer. You see mefurish in the brayso exactly the way the Gemara says chesur mechzer. Did it Rebbe Meir? Rebbe Yehuda ben shoy b'nei yiro u'meishav b'nei hakavod u'baprokim shoy b'nei hakavod. And the only difference, the only thing, that's why I'm going quick here, because the only difference between Rebbe Yehuda and Rebbe Meir is shoy b'nei hakavod u'meishav l'chol adam, says Rebbe Yehuda. So we'll see it inside here one last time. Here are the two machloikesin. In Beina Prokim, between chapters, the only difference between Meir and Yehuda, everything's mutter, b'pnei hakavod. You're allowed to ask, you're allowed to answer. The only difference is that Rebbe Yehuda says, l'chol adam. You're allowed to answer anybody, even your friend that's not a Talmid Chacham. The other machlokes is this green box over here. Be'emsa perik, everything is also. You're not allowed to start a conversation. We're not talking about yiro here, guns. We're talking about kavod. Reb Chaim Kanievsky walks in, you're not allowed to start the conversation. You're allowed to say, Shalom Aleichem, Rebbe. You're not allowed to. However, according to Rebbe Yehuda, if Reb Chaim Kanievsky says hello to you, you're allowed to answer him. That's the only thing. That Rebbe Yehuda says you're allowed to answer, Rebbe Meir says you're not allowed to answer. However, it's brought down in halacha that Bizmanenu, that Reb Chaim Kanievsky understands that nobody is answering him. The reason why you're not answering because you're in the middle of Kriya Shema, so he's not makpid. If you stare at Reb Chaim Kanievsky while you're saying Kriya Shema, he's not going to be upset at you. So Mameli, you don't have to answer him. That's brought down Bizmanenu. He's not going to ask. Well, if he asks, he maybe didn't realize you're in Kriya Shema, but if you're saying, so he won't be insulted. He'll realize and he'll be happy that you don't answer him. You're saying the Nunu is talking.
And even Trump understands because he has Jewish grandchildren.
It's okay.
So even he understands.
No Trump jokes. You never know what's going to happen. Shalom Aleichem. Welcome. Your first time here? I'm saying in this building. No, okay. I know you're here for years. I'm just in the building. All right. Levi Friedman is here. So Rabbi Isai, I don't know if, yeah? No?
In the house.
Levi Friedman, one of the original members, is making a bar mitzvah this Shabbos at Eish Kodesh. Kiddush is at 1:30. I don't know. People don't tell me. I don't want to invite the whole Olam. All 70 of us are going to show up there. It's like, there's no kilgul. Fine. Weiter. Boy minei. Achei. I don't know how to read this. Achai. Achi. It's an interesting name. We just discussed making a hefsek mipnei hakavod between prokim. What about the middle of Hallel? What's the halacha of Hallel? What's the halacha of Megillah? Amrin kavach chomer. Do we say a kavach chomer? Kriya Shema d'oraisa posek. Can you imagine Kriya Shema that you're mechuyev to say midoraisa? You're allowed to stop in the middle and say hello to somebody. How the Rabbanon mibaya? Certainly a how that's the Rabbanon. Everybody talks the Rabbanon, not the Rabbanon. Or Dilma persumin isa adif. Hallel is a persumin isa, and maybe because it's a persumin isa, you shouldn't say hello to your friend. However, we have to qualify this. Omer Rabba yomim shayachad goymer b'misahallel. The days, there's 18 or 21 days, depending where you live. In other words, all of Sukkot, all of Hanukkah, the first day of Pesach, no problem. But if you live in America, you add a couple days there. Being perek leperek poisek. So if you're saying the entire Hallel, you're saying it with a bracha, of course, and it's the full Hallel, so you're allowed to stop, you're allowed to say hello between chapters, between prokim. Be'emtza perek any poisek, but not in the middle. The yomim sheinachad gober misahallel. But days that you don't finish it, like a Rosh Chodesh or Chalamoid Pesach, I feel emtza perek poisek. Now there's a big machlokes. Tosfos discusses it. If you even say a bracha by Hallel, a half a Hallel, the Gronics don't say the bracha at all. They go, you'll see them running around shul asking other people to be mitzi them. In this, I'm not a Gronic. Only because I don't like to run around asking people to be mitzi me. It's like, no, it's sneeze. There's this man and this man. Go on the Yeshiva World News and ask people to next time you see me, could you please mitzi me? Put a thing, no. Fine.
Does that include the second and third paragraph, which is really one paragraph, and do that in Hallel itself?
I don't know. If it's one parak, it's one parak. Because the chazan stopped there, you mean?
No, because
so it should make.
Because that's what makes it the whole Hallel, it's half Hallel.
No, the first.
But really, until him, it's one.
I get it. Yeah, I hear what he's saying. I don't know. Right. Same thing, no? Oh, how do you? Well, Hallel Megillah is for sure the same chiyuv. There's no half a Megillah, not half a Megillah. Depends who the Bakar is, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Fil ben Saperik Boisik. Eini Borav Bar Shavo Ikla Ligabi de Ravina. There was a story. Rav Bar Shavo came to Ravina. V'yomim she'ayachid gomer sahal. V'yomim she'ein hayachid gomer sahal hava. Let's say it was Rosh Chodesh. He shows up. V'loi pasik lei. Imagine your local rabbi showing up to Reb Chaim Kanievsky, and Reb Chaim Kanievsky ignores him, doesn't say hello to him. No, but it's a day that you don't say the full Hallel. Shani Rav Bar Shavo, the choshev alei de Ravina. Listen, you're talking about Golad Dar, you're talking about a choshev a person, but not. Reb Chaim Kanievsky looked at it. Okay, it's another Rav. It's not enough that it should be choshev mipnei hakavod. For him, it's not kavod. For you, yes, you have to give him kavod, but not a gadol, not Ravina. Boy minei ashon tana debei Rabbi Ami. Hashari b'tainas ma'ushi yitain. So we're going to learn two halachas here about tasting food. Whether or not you have to say a bracha, just tasting, spitting it out, and whether or not in a fast day you could taste. What fast day? Taisa says we're only talking about fast days that you accepted upon yourself, but not fast days that are brought down la halacha. They have to fast. Not even necessarily. Other people say, asar b'tevis. Other people say that we're talking about all fasts besides Yom Kippur and Tisha B'Av. Fine. Ashar b'tainis ma'ush yitoim. What's the question? Achilu shtio kabel alei. Is the fast dafka not to eat and to drink? And he didn't eat and drink. It didn't go into his body. He spit it out. V'oleko. Or dilma no kabel alei. He was saying he's not going to benefit. He's not going to enjoy food. For yiko. At the end of the day, he did enjoy food. Omar lei toyim ve'ein bekach klum. You're allowed to taste. That's not a problem. That doesn't ruin your fast. If you're tasting, you don't even have to make a bracha. And the same halach that we just learned, that if you're in a tainus and you taste, that doesn't undo the tainus. At kama, or revius, however much a revius is, 5 ounces, whatever it is. Because if you put 5 ounces into your mouth, for whatever reason, even if you spit it out, that's already a problem. Not 100% sure why, although it's not an achila, you're mekabel on yourself only achila. This is a big hana. Maybe it's too big of a hana for a tiny. I don't know exactly what the pshat is. Omar Rav.
If it's less, then allowed to swallow it?
No, you're spitting it out. I said you spit it out. If you swallow it, then you're already not in the tainus. Yeah. You have a bracha. If you're not going to spit it out, you have to make.
Then it also doesn't ruin your tainus.
What kind of drink?
Like less than a malay lugma, right? It doesn't ruin the tainus. It's not that it just makes.
Okay, but lechatchila to do it. Oh my Rav, but over here lechatchila you allowed to taste.
Tasting,
yeah. As long as you're going to spit it out. Oh my Rav, if you say hello to your friend before you daven, ki'ilu asoy bama. It's as if you made your friend into a bama. A bama is a private mizbeach in one's house, which is asur most of the time, unless it was a zman bamas. But today it's asur. What's the concept? We go to daven because we are being makriv kilo. We don't have a mizbeach today, so we're being makriv a carbon on the mizbeach. Instead of you going to the Beis Hamikdash and being makriv a carbon on the mizbeach, you go and you say hello to your friend before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So it's as if you're going to the wrong place. Instead of going to the Beis Hamikdash to be makriv, you're going to your friend to be makriv, and that's asur. Now, as I was learning this, and this applies to me, I don't know if it applies to anybody else here. I was just wondering what you Talmidei Chachamim think about, let's say, before davening. Okay, let's go weiter. Chidlu lochem min haaretz, shneimar chidlu lochem min haadam asher neshama ba'apa. We'll get there in a second. So it says the Gemara, Tikri b'ameh elo bam asher neshama ba'apa. You are considering him nechshavu. You machshav him. How do you say machshav in English? No, there's a better word. Huh? You value him. There you go. You value him maybe as a bama. Ushmul Amar. Welcome. How many people are in this room, Berach? How much? No, here. Wow. We want to. Oh, right now there's 76 in the room. Wow. 76 people in the room. Psh, time to expand. We have the gallery. We can make another gallery. Okay. Here. All right. Al tikri v'ameh Obama. Ushmul Amar b'ameh chashafti lezeh. Mazar Hashem, because you are making him into a bama. Mazar Hashem is program showing out covered or meshiv. But what we're saying that you're making a bama is instead of you walking to shul, hello to him, but you went to his house. The Allah eats something. You go to your friend's house to get the keys. You knock on his door. You're allowed to say hello, but don't say the word shalom. Shalom is a problem. Now we skip 2 lines. Every Magachir's dream. Oh, this is what I wanted to get to. You're not allowed to take care of your private business, your business, like your asakim. Not business going to the bathroom, business. So here's my shaila, raise of hands. I know we're going to have a machlokes here. Are you allowed to open up your emails? So a shaila before davening. You say no? That's one guy. Anybody else for no? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 76? 8? No? Are you allowed to charge your phone before that? No, not before Alois. You wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. WhatsApp is allowed, he says, but email is also. So we have now a new shita. WhatsApp is allowed, email is also. I don't know. During davening is a vadamutter. The shaila is before davening. Chas v'shalom. I have a picture. I'm not kidding you. I have a picture in America. I took a picture. I was in shul. The entire shul was on their phone during Chazal Shatz. Every single person in there was on their phone. It's a thing. And me. And I had my phone. No, I wasn't watching. I wasn't doing WhatsApp. I was just taking pictures. You don't have to. They allow it. Yeah, that shul has a beautiful box with chargers, and there's not a single person that put his phone in that box. Anyways, I think according to this Gemara, it should be usher. I don't know. L'chayr, it should be a problem. That's what.
The reason is because you're going to be distracted. If you make a late or miss davening, then the email will be the same.
No, that's not the reason. The reason is that you're taking care of your own personal things before talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not covered to HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
That's fine. But if the reason is not like that, if the reason is because it could make you late.
It could make you late. Okay, so that's a different halacha. That's anything. So what? Who says talking? It says business. Taking care. Now I have to reduce. Me personally, my only time to have a chance to do my business in America is when I before davening. So now that's it. I'm done. I'm 100% out of my business. Shalom, Benzi Freeman, take over. Goodbye. 100%. It was 99. Now it's 100. But let's see. If he gets back to me, then we know. What? He's already answered. Oh, Yeshua, you see that's it. Now we have a tremendous. The whole island should have raised their hand. You would have been done with getting text from Yeshua before davening. Also, first, tzedek l'fonav yahalach. Then afterwards, v'yosim l'derech. Then you can be barof and Rabbi Yitzchak Bar Asher. This is amazing. Rabbi said, even if you hold derech, if you daven first, and then only afterwards you go out on the way, HaKadosh Baruch Hu oisel lecha. Then don't worry about it. V'yosim l'derech pa'amav. What's the difference? We just said the pasuk before. Now we're learning the pasuk on Kadosh Baruch Hu is gonna go in your way. He's gonna be there for you, not you. V'yosim l'derech pa'amav. Kadosh Baruch Hu v'yosim l'derech pa'amav. Kadosh Baruch Hu will take care of your business. A person that sleeps 7 days without having a dream, he's a bad guy. Shenemar v'sovea yolin bal yipaked v'sovea ra. After that ra, I'll take sovea elosheva. So we read the pasuk again. V'shev out, being visited, bal yipaked. What's halacha? What is he? Ra. asked the Vilna Gaon, a lot of Gaons, because it's brachas, not because I'm a grunning and I happen to like the guy, but the Gaon says, well, why is it his fault? How is he wicked by not having a dream? He didn't do anything wrong. So the Gaon says, in a Kabbalistic thing, he says that it means that if you go about your day as if you're in a dream, you don't realize there's a Kadosh Baruch Hu, then you're Ra. So how come 7 days? Because 6 days you're busy with your work. So you're tired, plowing through your day without realizing there's a Kadosh Baruch Hu, then you're Ra. Huh? Forget about Bakash, just realizing in your head who runs the world. From the same pasuk we learn, to be satiated. So if you're satiated and you're full of, you're exploding from Torah, and then you go to sleep, you're not going to hear bad rumors and things. If you go to sleep, satiated from Torah, they're not going to come to tell you Ra. So we had a machlokes in the Mishnah between Meir and Yehuda. What about after you finish Kriya Shema? Between Kriya Shema and V'yatziv and Achon, is that considered ben aprokim? Or Rav Yehuda the Omar ben Elokeichem le'emes v'yatziv lo yafsik. Yehuda says you should not say hello over there. Or Rav Yehuda, what's the pshat? D'chsiv v'Hashem Elokim emes. There's a pasuk that says that you should say it together, and Memela over here you shouldn't stop either. You shouldn't stop between these particular words. Should a person, every person, he finishes Shema, Hashem Elokeichem emes, and then he waits for the Chazan, should he say, emes v'yatziv? The Chazan is a different shayla. Good thing you pointed out. The only guy says the Chazan should not say emes. He should say Hashem Elokeichem, and then he goes from there, emes v'yatziv. He says it once. Why? Maybe from this Gemara over here. So Rabbi Yochanan says you should repeat the word emes. Rabbi Omar, you should not repeat it, and that's the halacha, and that's what we do. This fellow went down. What is when he davened for the Amid? Because the Amid is lower. Shami Rabbi Omar, emes. He heard him say emes, and then he repeated himself. Omar Rabbi called emes, tafsi lahai. This guy has a problem, like he's just saying the same word over and over. What's wrong with him? Listen to this beautiful memra. In Ma'ariv they would say, here, I think I have it here. Yeah. This is how they say Kriya Shema in Eretz Yisrael. Ma'ariv. This is the whole parsha that we say, Vayomer. In Eretz Yisrael, they said the red. Beautiful. I like it. That's what he said, not me. Daber b'nei Yisrael v'amarta aleim ani Hashem Elokeichem emes. All this. Daber b'nei Yisrael v'amarta aleim. Skip all this. Why skip? This is all tzitzis. There's no tzitzis at night. And then I say ani Hashem Elokeichem emes. That's the whole thing. What? What do you mean?
You wrote it.
I didn't write it. I don't write this. You think I said and I wrote this with the timim? I take this off the. So this is a Barilan program. They write it. He has a Kashan Barilan program. I'll give you the number. I think it's 02. Ask the Ritva. There's no. Listen, I don't have Kashas on Gemara. So you're gonna start asking me Kashas on the Barilan? Whatever. Ask the Ritva.
What about Yitzis Mitzrayim? It may not be Zman Tzitzis, but mentioned.
So yeah, but that we have a kash in the whole. Oh, so we're gonna get to. Oh, we're gonna talk about Yitzis Mitzrayim in a second. Yeah. Right. We had a Gemara that says that we could only skip around what Moshe Rabbeinu gave to us. So in other words, we can only say from pay to pay, from samach to samach. We have no right to say a half a pasuk, a full pasuk, right? We said, Korash Ochav Kelevi. Why are you laughing? Big deal. You hear the kasha from the Ritva? How could they insert these psukim? Look, Ani Hashem Elokeichem. You hear the kasha, look what's going on here, the red.
No.
I love the teretz.
What's the kasha?
The kasha is you're not allowed to say half a pasuk. You're not allowed to say, or even a whole pasuk. You have to say a whole perek. You know what the answer is? Look at this, it's beautiful. Vayikra perek yutches pasuk beis. It's exactly this pasuk. Dabel b'nei Yisrael marta aleim ani Hashem elokeichem. Isn't that amazing? It's a full pasuk.
What pasuk is that?
This is this is not in the this is not in the parsha of whatever. Fine. I don't know if it answers the other question of the perek to perek. Somebody might check it out. Maybe it's a full perek. Amalei Abayo Maimel Yusa. Oh, what's the big deal that they do this in Eretz Yisrael? Amarav Kahana Amarav Lo Yatchil. A person is not permitted, shouldn't, doesn't have to in Ma'ariv say the third parsha, this whole parsha. But once you start, finish the whole thing. I'll say that up to here, that's not considered aschala. I have to continue on a little bit. Once I say tzitzis, then it's considered a start, and then you have to finish the whole thing. Rav says this is considered a start, and once you start, finish. Rav says no. It's Yisrael, they argue with Rav, and they say you have to go to here. Since you didn't go all the way to the end of the pasuk, that's not considered a start. You didn't start. You don't have to finish, and all you need to do is say this abbreviated version, and you go down here. And if you're mamish in a rush, say Havinenu, you do a Ma'ariv in 23 seconds. Omar Abaye, Hilkoch. So what do we do today? Says Abaye, listen, very easy. You start. Stay until V'amart Aleim. But once you say V'amart Aleim, you have to finish the whole thing. So Mela, we finish. Migmor nami gamrinon. Domarav kahana omarav lo yadchiv im hitchol goimer. Chibarav Omar. We're talking about Ma'ariv now. Omar ani Hashem Elokeichem. Sarach loimer emes. You have to continue emes ve'emuna. Lo yomar ani Hashem Elokeichem. Einit sarach loimer emes. You don't have to say emes ve'emuna. Ask the Gemara, and this is what you were talking about before. What about the fact you have to mention Yitzis Mitzrayim? How can you get away with not saying emes ve'emuna? Says the Gemara, Dama Hachi. There's a special nusach. Moidim anachnu loch Hashem Elokeinu sheyitzitzeinu me'eretz Mitzrayim. So we mentioned Mitzrayim. You redeemed us from slavery. And you did all these beautiful nisim for us. And we sang to you. What do we sing to you? Says Rashi, and from here on you have to go the entire thing. You have to say Gal Yisrael and Ashkivenu and everything else. So what do you gain? Okay, you gained a few lines. You have to memorize this. Somebody like me, that doesn't really work. I can't even memorize Shir Shal Yayim. Forget about this special nusach that you say when you're in a rush. Omar Rabbi Yeshua ben Karcha, not a rush. Maybe they said this every single night in Ma'ariv. Omar Rabbi Yeshua ben Karcha. No, so in fact, what happened is, so they don't say the whole third parsha, they don't say the whole Ve'emunah, and instead they say these three lines. So you do save. But Ashkivenu, you still have to say Micha Moicha and Gal Yisrael and Ashkivenu. 10 minutes. Okay, this is. I see your mamish being. This is real 10 minutes. You saw that the other one doesn't work. Okay, now I'm going to trust you. Tanya Rabbi Shimon Yechoy Omer. B'dinu sheyagdim shema levoyim shemoya. We saw in the Mishnah the sheet of Rabbi Yehuda or Rabbi Shimon ben Karcha. Rabbi Shimon ben Karcha says, why is Shema first? Before Vayomer, before Vayim Shemoya? Well, we said it's before Vayim Shemoya anyways, because in the Torah is before Vayim Shemoya, but Vayim Shemoya has a reason it should be before Shema. It's to the Rav and to the Yachid. Shema is first. Why? Ol Machas Shemayim. Ol Machas Shemayim comes first, then comes Ol Mitzvahs. Vayim Shemoya shezel lilmoid v'zel l'lamed. Comes Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai and says, I have a pshat. The reason why Shema comes first, Vayim Shemoya, because Shema has lilmoid. So let's take out Reuven's chart here. Lilmoid is in yellow. You don't have any yellows in the other parashiyos. You only have Lilmoid, V'dibarta bam. It says you should learn Torah. We don't have that in the other parashiyos. We said L'daber bam is talking about your children, whatever. It's not to learn Torah. And why is the second parasha before the third? Like we have it, Vayomer should be first. It's the first in the Torah. Says the Gemara at this point, we're going to change it around, like the chart has it, but it says that in second parasha you have green, Lilamed. And in the third parsha, you don't have green. You only have blue. La'asois. You have the lamid ulamatem moisim is benechem, to teach your children, to teach the concept of teaching. Third parsha Vayomi, you don't have teaching. All you have is la'asois. Vasum lem tzitzis. Asiya, go do something. Go do a mitzvah. The first parsha has three things. You should teach your kids, and you should do also, you should do tefillin, put on tefillin, you should write mezuzahs, v'su. It only has teaching. It doesn't have anything mitzvahs in it. Second parsha also has kshartum. Oh, first parsha has all three, yellow, green, and blue. The second parsha has green and blue, and the third parsha only has blue. So the second parsha has to teach your children Torah. Last it says that you should put on tefillin and write mezuzahs. The third parsha only has the mitzvah of making tzitzis. As the Gemara, why did Yeshua ben Yochai have to come into new pshat when we have a beautiful pshat in the Mishnah that you have to have Ol Machas Shemayim before Ol Mitzvahs? First comes HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have to realize you have Hashem, and then once you have Hashem, then you have Hashem's mitzvahs. You're right. First comes Yeshua ben Karchas pshat. Reb Shimon ben Yochai want to add it a pshat. You have this whole other chart that Reb Shimon ben Yochai added. Says the Gemara, once upon a time, it only happened once, says Rashi. Rav, Moshe, Yodei, Ukora, Kriya Shema, V'anach Tefillin, B'tzalei. So we're going to take issue with this. It so happened that Rav woke up early, he washed his hands, he said Kriya Shema, not like we do. He said Kriya Shema first, and then he put on Tefillin, and then he said Shemona Esrei. Is that the proper way to do it? Is that the right order? How did he do this? Somebody's digging a grave. He's in the grave. What is this called? It's called the Oisik b'mitzvah. Oisik b'mitzvah, potter man mitzvah. How do I know that Oisik b'mitzvah, potter man mitzvah? Anybody? What? Oh, who said Avlachtecha v'derech? Kimat. B'shivtecha v'veisecha. Okay, the same thing. Same, yeah. But we learned it in this Masechta. I know it seems, a little chazar wouldn't hurt. B'shivtecha v'veisecha says Rashi. I don't even remember myself. Rashi says, where do we learn it? 3-4 days ago. Daf Yud Aleph. Okay? Oisik b'mitzvah, potter b'mitzvah. So he's digging a grave for a mace. He's asking b'mitzvah. He's potter from Kriya Shema. He's potter from Tefillin. Potter from everything. Says Taisvis. Of course he's potter from Kriya Shema. He's asking b'mitzvah. What's the difference? Kriya Shema or Shemona Esrei or any other mitzvah in the world? Says Taisvis, okay, because I would think that Shema comes every day at the same time. It has a kviyos. Maybe it's different. Umikol mitzvahs amurs v'Torah. The Gemara says all mitzvahs. Fine. You notice that Noam was here the day after the Chasana. That was amazing. Big chizik for everybody. 2 days after is a different story. But once he was here the day after, that's already... He gives my Kriya Shema. He was? Baruch Hashem, there's a lot of people missing. We don't have room. He gives my Kriya Shema. So what's going on in Rabbi Isai? It says he's potter from tefillin, he's potter from everything potter. All of a sudden, it gives my Kriya Shema. Oh, he's chayv in Kriya Shema. Oilav and oitel yodam and tefillin v'kari Kriya Shema mispal. Mamash a contradiction. Hagufa kasha. Before we ask any questions from the brisa, we have to first fix up the brisa. Reisha amar potter v'seifa chayav halei kasha. Seifa betray v'reisha b'chad. The seifa is talking about two people. If there's two people and only one of them could dig, because if both of them could dig, they're both Oisik b'mitzvah, they're both potter. One of them could dig, the other one can't, so you switch off. The guy that's not digging should say Kriya Shema and Tefillin, then he goes back into the grave, he starts digging, let his friend go. But what do we see here? First comes Miniach tefillin, it says. First you put on tefillin, and only then Kairi Kriya Shema, like we do today, and then you say Shemona Esrei. Where did Rav get this thing about saying Kriya Shema and then putting on tefillin? Says the Gemara, perhaps Rav Rabbi Shua ben Karcha Svirlei. Who's Rabbi Shua ben Karcha? From the Mishnah. What does he say in the Mishnah? First, Ol Machos Shemayim, say the parsha Kriya Shema of Shema, and only then V'hayim Shemayim you do all mitzvahs. First comes Ol Machos Shemayim, all mitzvahs. Kriya Shema, tefillin. What's the obvious answer? What's the connection to reading Shema? Okay, so you say this parsha comes before this parsha, but putting physically tefillin, that should come before reading maybe. You Shimon Kocha never said physically should say Ol Machos Shemayim before the physical mitzvah of tefillin. Besu. Now another shayla I have for the olam. When you learn Torah, is that like wearing tefillin? Is that an asiyah or that's a kriya? What is Torah? How do you view Torah? Is it reading something or it's an asiyah? You're saying it's asiyah. We have one guy who says asiyah. Huh? It's both. You also say it's asiyah.
You're doing a mitzvah. The whole mitzvah. Gufa is the mitzvah. Yeah. 2 minutes.
Okay.
I think it's lomo.
No?
It's not just reading, it's the mitzvah. The mitzvah is to read.
Only Torah Sim Nasai. Only Torah Sim Nasai. Torah Sim Nasai is Potter. Maybe that's why there's no Torah, because it's not really your thing. All right, let's see what's going on here. We'll see inside. But how does Rav hold like Reb Shimon bar Kochva? V'amar Rav Chia Barashi zin sagin avakim nekamei de Rav. Many times it's in front of Rav. Umagdim, he used to get up really early. Umashi Yodin, he would wash his hands. Dagavas. Umavarach, and he would say Birkas HaTorah. Umasni lon pirkin. Believe it or not, Rashi says that the whole raya of the Gemara is from these words. He used to teach us Torah. Not from this word coming up. You would think, because we're asking a question on Rav. Rav said Shema, and then he wore tefillin. And over here we see that he doesn't hold like Reb Shua ben Karcha. That what? I'm sorry, Rav, doesn't hold like Reb Shua ben Karcha. Because Rav himself, it says, he would learn Torah and then wear tefillin. It says before here that he wear tefillin v'hada kari kriya shema, which is even a bigger question. But if you look at Rashi, Rashi ignores the fact that over here in the Brisa or the story it says tefillin came before kriya shema. That's not the Gemara's kasha. The Gemara wants to prove that it doesn't hold like Reb Shua ben Karcha. That what? Look at Rashi Dibra Masku Masni Pirkin. Almo Magdimhu Lasoik Batoira Dahainu Asiya de Mitzvah Mikamei Malchus Shomayim. You see from here that learning Torah is considered an Asiya, like Nachman Seltzer said and some others. But the Vilna Gaon on the side, Aleph, says that you have to take out the word Asiya and you have to say it's Kriya. And from here you see the Gemara is proving, according to Rashi, that the Kriya, he doesn't care about Kriyas. Which Kriya comes first? The Kriya of Kriya Shema comes after the Kriya of Torah, and that's not a problem. And according to Rabbi Shua ben Karcha, the Kriya of Kriya Shema should be first. Fine. Just have to understand why we don't bring a raya from the end of the story that he put on tefillin of other Kari Kriya Shema. That should be a Bam Kasha on Rav himself. Rav from Rav. And if you're going to tell me that it was too early, right? Magdim, it says. It was really early in the morning. So why are you saying the whole story to begin with? You tell me a story where you couldn't say Kriya Shema. It wasn't the time yet. No, that's not a good kasha. Or the Goris or the Talmud. It's telling us, remember we had a 4-way machlokes. When do you say Birkas HaTorah? Do you only say on Torah itself, on Medrash? And finally we said the halacha is you say it on Talmud also, on Gemara too. So over here you see that he said Birkas HaTorah and then he taught him Gemara, Talmud. At the end of the day, why did Rav say Kriya Shema and then put on tefillin when we know he's supposed to put on tefillin and then Kriya Shema? Says the Gemara, you got the whole story wrong. Shlucha hu da'avis. There's no tefillin. He didn't have tefillin and he didn't want to wait for a shliach because he wanted to be to chaper in this man Kriya Shema. So immediately he said Kriya Shema was a one-time story that his tefillin came late. So he said Kriya Shema and only afterwards he put on his tefillin. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Motzei Shabbos. 6:45 is the shir. What?